Hello, what's going on? Welcome back. It's your boy Established in 8-Bit, and we are back at you with another one. Thank you for showing up, and without any further delays, we'll go ahead and get into the show. It's a screenshot I was telling y'all about with my co-host there, Mr. Marvelous Jackass, who got his account back going. But anyway, let's get into it. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about this evening is obviously we had the sneak peek, which we'll be getting into a little later. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that now. There it is. So as you can see, we had the sneak peek from I believe this was yesterday, from CM Fragment. What was it? Yeah, the 7th. No, 2 days ago. So I was at work when this came out, and I wasn't actually able to get anything up on it. So I'm a little late to the party, but I'm here. Greetings, agents. This is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. One of Spider-Man's biggest nemesis has returned. The return of the Goblin. You know, I actually wouldn't have minded if this was Hobgoblin, but let me go ahead and turn this down so we can get into the sneak peek. Let me redo that so y'all can see that right. Yeah, so there you see the Goblin Bomb. And we got Green Goblin flying in here. Right there. I don't see anything as far as a tier 3 or, you know, we've been through the whole awakening thing with stuff on buildings and all of that stuff. I saw some of what was being posted in the chat, but yeah, so that's the sneak peek. And there's a couple other things I want to get into also while I was over here on the forum about the D-Day that started today. So make sure y'all are getting y'all's check-ins in. Do not miss. I would say from here until the 1st of the month. That would be May 1st. I know the event says that it ends on the 29th and the 30th, but just to be on the safe side, I'd give it that extra day. And just make sure you're checking in every day. I don't think the reward is going to drop until the 1st anyway, because if I'm not mistaken, the one last year, this was the check-in day, and then the award dropped the next day, if I'm not mistaken. And once again, we got the 600 crystals, the tier 2 mega advancement tickets. So for those of y'all that are looking at tier 2, those exclusive characters, crystal wall characters, Emma Frost, White Fox even, now's your time to do that if you haven't. We did get both of these today, and it was both. I saw them in my inventory. I'll go over there in a second, as a matter of fact, because I have not pick mine up. So there's mine right there at the top of the screen. And I got those today. They expire in 6 days. So whoever you're gonna use them on, the X Gene Selector or the Biosub, and we'll get in and we'll check out and see who all those work for also. Hey, what's going on, D? I'm back at it again. If the audio needs adjusting, let me know. So, yeah, I know some of this information I had already covered, but that video was, I just felt it was best that I take it down. So I did so. Like I said, testing, right? So we got the Titan component packs, the Essence of Dimension, the Awakening crystals, and all of that jazz. And then we also have the 7th anniversary pre-registration event. It's going to be going until the 29th. So go ahead and get your pre-registration in so you can get your 700 crystals, your tier 2 selector, and your 2.2 million gold. If you already pick a character that you already have at tier 2, it's going to give you the 256 bios. So, and it is biometric. It says biometrics. I don't know if this thing will work on X-Men, but if it does, then of course it's going to give you X genes instead of bios. So, and then you got the list of characters that it does not work on. It's basically the same as the tier 3 selector. Basics, X gene and biosub characters, native tier 2s, native tier 3s, your epic quest characters, the ultimates, and Professor X, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Abomination, Rachel Summers. So that's that on this thing. Once again, 19 people are upset or angry at this. How do you get angry at a 700 crystal drop? That's half a uniform. Plus the other 600. Last time I checked, that's 1,300 crystals. So, you know, they basically almost bought you a Thanos uniform. Like, come on, bro. Like, get off the gas. You know? And we're getting a new uniform. The only thing about that whole, the only thing about that whole Doc Ock update, right, good for now. The whole thing about the Dr. Octopus update though is that they didn't explicitly say that he's gonna get tier 2. He's gonna get tier 3 or he's gonna get an awakening, right? So, you know, there's that. It's some spots back there that I was personally speculating may have been like, well, here, I'll just go back and show you. We'll do the preview again. Let me pull this thing back up. So, okay, so right here, right? In the background, get this out of here. You got all these little red dots on the building. And I was wondering, maybe those were, you know, all these little red dots and stuff. Maybe that's like awakening material or something, but, you know, I know that's a stretch. So, you know, that's the closest thing I could come up with. Even looking at some of the writing on the buildings, I was even looking at when, like right here, see how the light does? And it's gonna shine up on this trash can. And when it does, the trash can's gonna change. See it? It was really fast. See that? That green glow? I was even looking up in there to see if it was like, because otherwise it's just black, right? Like if I slow this down, let me kill the audio. Yeah, if you slow this thing down, see, I was wondering, was it something up in that area? But I checked like crazy and there's nothing. Because it does it a couple of times, and even with the explosion and all of that. So, like I said, that's as much as I could gleam out of that. So, you know, that was my take on all of that stuff. Anywho, let's see. Let's say it expires in 6 days. So these are the characters that I can pull. That's it. Cyclops, Storm, Beast, Rogue, X-23, Archangel, Domino, Phantom X, Nightcrawler, which is not bad, actually, that Nightcrawler's in there. Warpath, Bishop, Kid Omega. Because the thing is, even though Nightcrawler sucks, he's the only exclusive mutant that's in there. Or semi-exclusive mutant. Kid Omega is pretty easy to get. By comparison, you know, and if at any point, I think the next hardest character to get in here would probably be X-23. Yeah, acquiring the crafting shop. Oh, and Kid Omega is a crafting shop. Okay, so yeah, those are the 3 hardest to get. Everybody else you can find in the dimension support. And then these guys are basically the same old, same old. I mean, you should know what to do here. The find in the shop characters. Whoever you're working on. I have to see who I'm going to give this to. It depends on how this Sinister 6 update shakes out, to be honest with you. So, what I was going to get into, right? So, we got the Green Goblin, obviously. And I do have the other uniform. But since they brought him in on the glider, I figured, hey, right? First of all, if you just look at the picture that's in the chat, the picture that's off to the right anyway, the glider looks so much better. It really does. I mean, this thing here is just like, what is that? Like, they could have done better than this. Even then, they could have done better than this with the glider. Like, so he's finally getting something decent, although he's not gonna have the iconic face mask, which you know, I would love that. Hell, I would love an outfit like from Spider-Man 1 with the original Willem Dafoe look, like from that movie with Tobey Maguire, the first one. So, the big question in the room, since on that update it says, right, it doesn't say anything about this being it, right? If you look here at the bottom, Let's do this one more time. If you look right here at the bottom, right? It says it right there. Check out the new look of Spider-Man supervillain along with his new weapons and glider. And that's it. There's no mention of this is like the final sneak peek or anything like that. So there's hopefully more characters coming. I mean, my thing also is if there are more characters coming, it better damn sure well be the Sinister Six because there are six of them. Well, hell, really, it's way more than six, right? Um, they kind of brought Green Goblin into this, but he's not a Sinister Six member. The other two guys on the side of him know Sandman, who's never gotten a uniform, right? He is, and he was the very first tier 2 character I ever built. And he's still the same. I think I got a CTP of Transcendence on him because I didn't know what I was doing at the time, right? Yeah, I will be up through the night looking, and if we do, I'm gonna try to get a video in. I've been dealing with a bit of tooth pain, so I've been doing that and trying to work, take care of family, and do videos. So that's why my times have been kind of awkward, but I'm gonna do my best to stay on it. Um, so yeah, I mean we got this guy, right? Uh, Doc Ock could definitely use another uniform, and if they give us the Alfred Molina look, I won't be mad at that at all. Yeah, I will not be mad at that at all if we get the Alfred Molina look. Um, there. So I don't want the messages in the chat to disappear either. Um, so yeah, yeah, we can use another outfit for him. He's only gotten two, right? This one is good. It has a 200% proc on it that you can double up with another 200 proc or whatever. So it's an okay uniform. I think he's either still meta for squad battle or close to it. But yeah, you got that. Then you got these guys, right? And I probably should have done this one last. I really should have. But I mean, you got Scorpion. Obviously, he wasn't even in the movie. Uh, he was a member, I think, of Kingpin's Insidious 6 from the Spider-Man 94 cartoon. So, could Chameleon be the 250th character? I don't know. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be mad at a Chameleon. I seriously wouldn't be mad at a Chameleon. So, there's that. Uh, Another character's never gotten a uniform that is a member of the Sinister Six OG unit is or no, I think he was Insidious 6. I think he was Insidious 6. Because it was a couple that they changed in that cartoon that weren't original members in the comics, but they still did good. Um, and I think Rhino was one of them, but he's also been left in the winds, never to see the light of day, never got a uniform. I mean, as a not even a Shadowlander, right? I mean, you can clear content with him in Shadowland, but I mean, I do some of the earlier content, right? But I mean, this guy, he really needs help. When you look at his kit, you know, he's got some pretty good stuff going on. He's got the decreased reflect. He's got the 70% chance to penetrate, right? He's got a frenzy buff on his tier 2 passive, so I mean, but that's all they gave him. They gave him a 5-hit guard. Uh, they gave him an attack increase. You know, they gave him native super armor. Like, he's got ignore defense, leadership. Like, it's not a bad kit. It's not a bad kit for being as old as it is. It's not. This isn't Spider-Man Homecoming or nothing. This is like way before that. I mean, I just think they call this classic. So yeah. So then, of course, OG member of the Sinister Six, Kraven the Hunter. Let's see. From some of the videos I saw, they saying the mid-month, and they waiting to release a big update. Well, I mean that could be, but you got a couple other things going on in the mix too. So I'm like, are they gonna do this all in like one shot right now and get it out of the way with the Sinister Six? Cause you got the Moon Knight series from Disney Plus that either I think just dropped or is getting ready to drop. I think the She-Hulk deal is like really close to dropping. You got Morbius that's just came out. You got Multiverse of Madness that's about to come out. And then you got Thor Love and Thunder fast approaching. So in terms of updates, right? That's like 5 different updates right there. Plus, this was last year, earlier this year, January or some shit like that, when the movie came out. And they're just now getting to this update. So, I don't understand the delay. But all of that aside, it better be more than just Green Goblin. And that's why, and it's supposed to be the update that's lining up with either Jet pre-anniversary or the anniversary. So, you know, I wouldn't mind the outfit for Kraven the Hunter. Still, no outfit for this dude. Right? So that's how many characters right here? 3, which Scorpion is fairly new out of the bunch. 4 characters that have never gotten a uniform. These 2 guys are working, he's working on his 4th uniform. And if he got one, he'd be working on his 4th uniform. Right? We ain't even talked about Electro, Kurt Connors, and the Vulture. Other Sinister Six members. This 9 characters right here. It's either Sinister Six or the other one, Insidious Six, and they kind of mishmashed them in the movie too. Right? Electro was an OG member, Vulture was an OG member, but Green Goblin wasn't a member of the Sinister Six. Neither was Kurt Connors. He wasn't a member of the Sinister Six or the Insidious Six, but they kind of just threw him in there because he was already part of the franchise. So the MCU kind of, the cartoon kind of did what they wanted to with it, yeah, but they called it something specifically different also. The movie didn't call it the Sinister Six or the Insidious Six, but everybody just kind of gave it that title. So it kind of threw and we know what you're trying to do when you bring in these characters, right, in a Spider-Man movie. We know what you're doing. So I ain't finna play them games, right? Uh, but yeah, once again, no uniform for Kurt, right? Perfect opportunity to give him one. Although I like this look. I like this look. I don't want him to give him that lizard they got in the movie. The way they got him looking, I don't like that shit. I don't like the face, bro. Like that don't look like a lizard to me in the movie. He need like his tongue don't need to be hanging out and all of that shit. But he could have a more animated face. But yeah, I like this face. Aside from the tongue hanging out, actually looks like a lizard. Uh, and you got Vulture, whose only uniform was way back in Spider-Man Homecoming, right? I wouldn't mind them taking him back to his roots. Maybe give us the younger version of this outfit with the hair and the formula when he's stronger. And then did we get a uniform for him? I thought we did. I could have swore we got a uniform for Electro. I guess not. So, yeah. Looks like 2000 Godzilla. Exactly. I mean, he looked like I don't know. I don't know what's going on with his face, bro. It's just it's illiform. Shit. Like I don't have another word for it. It's illiform. But yeah, man, that's 9 characters right there, right? For the Sinister Six update that they could do. I don't think we're gonna get that many. I think we'll probably see uniforms for the characters we saw in the Spider-Man Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home, whatever home, Spider-Man's house update. But yeah, I think we'll see uniforms for the Spidey house rules, and so that'll be uniforms for these 3 definitely. Um, Electro will definitely get a uniform. Kurt will probably most likely get one. Uh, Vulture maybe on the outside chance. Uh, and I don't remember if Scorpion was in the movie or not. I would love a uniform for Craven and Rhino though. Like that would be the fucking cat's pajamas, man. That would be amazing, man. That would be some bro. That would be nice. I'm just gonna put it like that. Yeah, these two guys right here. These two guys right here. Yeah, if they was to get uniforms, I would not be mad at all. Not at all. But yeah, I'll get back into some giant boss raid. Shoot some invites out, see who shows up. And if not, we'll do what we do. Let's rock and roll. Let's get some more volume going too. I'm sorry about that. I forgot. I know it was something missing. I turned it down for the deal. Let's see. Let's say true, but all I want to know. Say juicy 50% uni discount. Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple of uniforms I need to pick up. I was waiting on Thanos because I haven't even built him yet, but I'm going to buy the uniform and then I'll start building them because I know like if I was to start asking people, who you want to see me tier 3, Thanos. I already know that's coming, so. Oh, goodness gracious. Who is doing all that damage? Don't take it to the house then, Moon Knight. Don't take it to the house, baby. Mm-hmm. Take it to the house, baby. That boy said he wanted to skedaddle. Let's see here. Oh, Machine Team, Doom. Uh, see, Machine Team or Doom Team? Machine Team or Doom Team? Who y'all want to see? So I get a bonus for using either one. So that's the Doom team, and that's the Machine team. Who you want to see, bro? Let me know. Doom or the mac and cheese? Yeah, I got Doom. Doom is my man. Doom is my boy. I've been having Doom. Soon as he came to the game, I took him to level 70. Like I took him to level 70 a minute ago. I was just waiting for his tier 3, sitting back, scratching my chinny chin chin. Scratching my old chinchilla. Stroking my nice long beard. Waiting on Doom. Sitting in the cut, chilling. With CTPs on deck. Which one does he need, George? Which one does he need? Rage? Here you go. Yeah, Doom is my boy, man. I've been a Doom fan since forever, really. And then when I got my hands on him in game, in like the first game I was able to play with him on, that Marvel vs. Capcom, and it was like, no, it wasn't Marvel vs. Capcom. It was Marvel Superheroes. He was a boss, and it was a little code you could put in to unlock him and Thanos. And I unlocked that dude, and I started mopping everybody in sight. Good old photon array. His fourth skill reminds me of that move. Just go up in there and doodle on people. Like that Biz Marquis said. Wrote some fresh doodle rhymes. If I don't know how to play anybody else in the game, I know how to play Doom. With CTP of energy, with a rage, it don't matter. I'm gonna rock out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna rock out. Let's go on and crush this. I don't even need to use a tier 3. That's the cold thing. You thought that was cute, huh? We're gonna get him out of here. Yeah, I already know what he gonna do. I usually be saving him for last. Yeah, Doom is my dude. Let's see, I can use Cap. Yeah, I guess the Captain America team it is then. I take him to Giant Boss Raid after this. Yeah, I thought you saw the last time I was using Doom and Story. But I've been having him in tier 3. That ain't. Let's see. How your cards coming along? Let's go check them out. I'll show you what they doing. They need a lot of work. So I got all the cards I want pretty much. I'm gonna get rid of the Gwenpool card and probably the Baby Spidey card. But it's a toss up between that Baby Spidey and that this one, the New Avengers #9. So, I mean, it's a good damn roll. The quality could be a little better. If it was a 5 quality or a 6 quality, it would be real hard to say bye to this card. I'm just saying. Like this card, it ain't going nowhere. I pulled it at 6 with all of these stats. When I drew it out the box, it was like this. That motherfucker said, I woke up like this. I was like, okay, come here. Let me put a ring on it. Shit. I was like, yeah, so I was tinkering around with the concentration and like trying to do a concentration / pierce build and see how that kind of balances against each other. And if not, I'll probably switch to pierce, but it's all good. I got the time. This card here, I wound up pulling for free from the premium loot box, like immediately after I wound up getting, I think it was the Baby Spidey card that I gambled for, and I got it on the first pull, and then that card I just showed you, the cable card. I gambled for those two and a couple of CTPs, and I got everything like first or second pull. The very first, I think they ran it, I finished my Future Pass, so I got the tokens I needed. I came in and did my pull, and I got this card. And it took me a little while to roll it, but I finally rolled it, and I came up with this. So I was like, I'll go ahead and equip it, because it was replacing one of these Thor cards. I think one of these had came off, and one of them Thor cards, I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. So both of those got replaced. And I got the White Fox card over there chilling. The Black Panther card was working for me for a little while. It's got a nice roll on it, actually. The defense could be different. That could be all attack, but was it all attack or all defense? Yeah, it's all attack. I don't understand that. It's got defense, attack, but yeah. And then the White Fox card. I don't need the ignore defense. That's the problem with this card. Like later on down the line, I know I'm not going to need the ignore defense, and I'm not going to need the crit damage. So that's why I'm looking to get either that Luna Snow card or this card. Where is it? Either the Luna Snow card or this card right here. And it can roll that crit damage would be nice. I take an attack speed, rate would be nice. And the max HP. So crit rate, crit damage, max HP, or if I rolled the max HP and the crit rate, I'd take the prop. I'd take that defense prop or the attack speed, because I know I'm gonna max that crit damage out. It's gonna cap eventually, really fast. It's the crit rate in a lot of cases that's hard to cap. But eventually that's not going to be a problem with the way they got the stars and shit on the cards now. So let's just go ahead and run this one. So now I'm slowly stacking my crystals up for Black Friday. We got 5,500 crystals. Really, I got 5,600 because I got 75 in my inventory, and if I complete the deal for the day, that's another 25. So got my subscription going, and I'm probably gonna wound up making some sort of major purchase before before the anniversary. I'll go back and show you the stats on those cards too, so you can see what all they do together or whatever. Because I know I really didn't get into like most of them. But now the thing is, Doom just hits hard. Namor got that one. Yeah, I was gonna say Namor got that one. Already, no doubt. I'll catch up with you, bro. Good hanging out once again. You have a good night. But yeah, I know I didn't show y'all those cards, so that's what I do. 30% cooldown duration, 39% ignore defense, and I know that's really high, but I'll show you why in a second. And I got the 14% physical attack, 21% energy attack, 36.7% all attack, 17% crit damage, 6% crit rate, and that's really low. And I'll also show y'all why in a second, or at least my theory. Then I got the all defense 14%, max HP 51%, physical defense 8%, energy defense 13%, recovery rate 10%, and I'm trying to get rid of the rest of that. Resist, all of it. The reason why my cooldown duration and my ignore defense is so high is because my alliance level is only 18, so I'm not getting all of the max bonuses, right? So that's basically what I'm missing. 6% skill cooldown, 4% dodge, 4% crit rate, 4% crit damage, right? So that's pretty substantial. But then also, I'm mitigating in advance for when I roll all of these stars here, right? Because when I get the rolls that I want and I start locking them in, that's 9% crit damage right there, right? I haven't started rolling the rest of these. This one's only 2 stars, and I got my max HP already. This one's got my crit damage and a little attack speed, but I need to re-roll this resist for the all attack in that slot. I got the ignore defense here, so that's gonna be really high. That's why I was saying I'm not gonna need this 9% ignore defense here, this 5% ignore defense here. Probably not gonna need this 8.5% ignore defense right there. And then the same thing with the rest of the cards, right? So I don't have the max HP stat, I don't have the crit damage stat, I don't have the crit rate stat. And when you couple all of that in with the fact that my alliance is still working its way to 30, it's gonna make a big difference in terms of how much stats I'm mitigating for now that I'll have access to later on. I'm trying to build my card set around that early. Even though I've been playing a while, you know. So I mean, I just started with and these uniforms are mythic, so I know I got a lot that aren't, but I'm not gonna go figuring that out right now. this going. I would say horrible, but I know it's not bad for me and where my cards are. Let's go ahead and get these out of the way. Come on, let's pull some Professor X, hopefully. Of course not. Of course not. They need to up the ratio on that, man. They really do. I think I'm gonna start entitling these streams "The Hunt for Professor X." But what else can we get into? Let's get into a little bit of World Boss. Last time I was here, it robbed me for a whole bunch of gold trying to re-roll this damn thing. Let me make sure I stay way away from that. I'm just trying to do some regular World Boss so I can get some books and Odin's Blessings. So that is the plan. know my rotation game ain't the best in the world. Sue me. Completely missed the prop. There we go. 2 minutes. No Odin's blessings. Let me check something right quick. Okay. And let's go ahead and crush this right quick. This is surprisingly slow for Doom. Minute 16. We'll see if Mephisto can do this. I know his gears aren't maxed out, so he might can do this. He's got the DPS. Moving a little faster than Doom, actually. Oh, blade twisters. I'm gonna get him popped. Oh. Yeah, even if I'd have ran from it, I'd have still got hit. Hey, Odin's blessing. Last time I couldn't do this shit with Sharon Rogers. Let's try it again. Okay. Give him a good one. All that damage you took. That's all you could give back. damage accumulation was kind of wonky there. I would take the damage and even take the hit with the damage accumulation up, and nothing. That's why I really don't like those characters like that. Those Sharon Rogers types. Damage dealt. You gotta clap back, and Cersei's the same way. The only difference is Cersei has all this damn crowd control. Trying to delay the cancel on the 3 so I can allow for that damage accumulation without the proc going off, but it's not really working. Plus, I think that third skill has, it's got 2 seconds of paralysis, so there's not going to be anything there for her to accumulate. It's not really a good design. I mean, it works in World Boss Ultimate because the paralysis doesn't. But here, just way too much CC. They should have moved it to like the first or the second skill with nothing on it. Hell, they could have moved it to the 5th skill. That would have been fine. But she does it in record time. Got some CCF. Not bad, not bad. Not really worried about the guaranteed CCF right now. Let's go ahead and knock these out. This free BAM is always nice. Chilling like that. Victoria's sitting over here like Birdie. Yes, boss. Doom sitting over there like a G. Victorious, take him out. Yes, boss. Yeah, no sense in pulling out Doom. Let some of these other characters get their shine too, right? Whenever possible. Remember Old World Boss? I like that they throw this in the game from time to time. Because it's like, yep, that's Old World Boss right there. I mean, yeah, you can go play it, but this isn't even that same arena anyway, so. Yeah, I'm gonna hear it in the chat about pulling out Black Cat with a uniform that doesn't go to level 70. No tier 3, none of that jazz. You have to hit Red She-Hulk like that? She got upset. Gave him a clothesline from hell. He did not have to hit her like that. That's not cool. That's why she went off and opened up the gates to Nosferatu on him. Why do I keep hitting that or that? Let me see. Not gonna go crazy pulling Cosmic Core just yet. Looks like got 6 days left on the Future Pass, and a long way to go and a short time to get there. Let's go do some timeline battle, because I haven't been doing that really none this week. Let's see what we can pull off on auto with maybe just switching for the matchup. We should have this little quick switch, and you got it. It's pretty much the same team with just Hella. I should go put Molecule Man in. I should make a Molecule Man team around Emma and them. I couldn't get him out of there. That's okay, cause Spidey with my Spidey is rocking a mighty CTP agreed, by the way. Um, 'Cause I got enough characters for PvE. There's plenty of those to go around. And he's so good in PvP with a mighty greed. Like, it's a different kind of animal. Like, you catch him on the right day, he'll even kill some Wolverines. It's like, bro, I ain't saying he just gonna go ham on them, but like he's mopping sentries, and I know a lot of them are rocking mighty CTPs of greed. He cuts them down, no problem. Try to get him in there. There we go. And Spidey hits him with that uppercut once again. And it's a wrap. Because Luke is going to dominate this with the reflect. And that's why I say this team is highly underestimated when utilized right. And this team here may be a problem because of that Thanos. I might actually have to manual this team, but we'll see. Surfer with the counter. Oh, he eluded the counter. Spidey gonna pull it off. Gotta get 2 more kills. I still got Emma's backup. He just dusted Thanos. That's payback for what you did to me in Endgame. That's what he said. Good old Drax, huh? Yeah, these first 2 is just... Luke might carry this. All bullshit aside. He's rocking a regen? Yeah, it's a wrap. Crank that shoulder lean in. Crank that shoulder lean. Yeah. Y'all. And hit him with them uppers and overs and unders. Oh my. Let's see what happens with this team. We will try to get Spidey after to handle this me see what this dude's rocking, man. Just a custom gear. What a HP shield. Guard break immunity. Man, this isn't gonna be too. This isn't gonna be too difficult. You're gonna pull it off against this Wolverine. I'll be damned. Wasn't a very well built team. Not from what I could tell. He had an HP shield on, oh Lord. Emma. Scarlet. Jesus, girl. We gotta get you out the way. Spidey is definitely gonna have to be the one to take out Spidey. Otherwise, I'll be relying on Emma's Reflect. There we go. It's an unnaturally long load time. There we go. Doctor Strange team, nah. We need something better than that. It's old meta. The generations of the meta from oh Lord. What this dude got on? Regen? No artifact though. What you gonna do with him, Luke? Talk to him? Hit him with the pocket knife. Do the pocket knife. Do the pocket knife. Then dance with anyway. Yeah, but the generations of the meta. Excuse me. That went down the wrong pipe. The generations of the meta team. From Jean to Surfer to Sentry. Too bad none of them are meta no more. You bet not lose to Jean. You bet not lose to Jean. He had Jean as the anchor. That's the crazy part. Oh, he came out on Sentry. That's not normal. A regen. Let's see what goes down. Luke with the uppers and the overs. Oh, he called that team Jump Street. Got one kill. Luke cranking that shoulder lean. He gonna come back with the fifth skill. Oh, he's getting caught up with the guard break, and he comes out the corner swinging, cranking shoulder leans, and didn't make it. Yeah, Spidey's in there. Is he gonna clean up his lightweight? He cleans up his lightweight. Spidey on Spidey. What's gonna happen? Who's gonna get webbed up first? And I get the kill. Oh, and he just runs through Colossus with the car, like just drove right over him. And then Cool J cookied him. Oh man. I need to start playing PvP a lot more. I love this meta. This rock paper scissors thing they got going on right now, man. It's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. Let me pick up my bios. Yeah, just the diversity of the teams, man. Just with my own and with all the teams that I was facing, I mean, we saw Thanos, we saw Wolverine, regardless of how they're built, right? The fact that we're seeing these characters and it's not just the same old thing, right? Not even in Vibranium, right? Or the Challenger League, are you seeing like the same old teams? You're seeing a little bit of variety. It may be a lot less up there, but I guarantee you it's a lot more variety than it was 6 months ago. Right? So, Future Fight, keep it up. Keep it up with the variety. Keep it up with the being able to use a multitude of players on my roster, because I am loving it. I am absolutely loving it. Let's go ahead and knock out this squad battle. So he's probably running with Emma. He could be running with Jean, but I doubt it. And the other guy's probably going to be running with Apocalypse, maybe. With the Rage, he has the most survivability, so. I probably have this fight in the bag. If I'm worried about anybody, it's probably going to be Emma. But I don't think she's out DPS and Mephisto in PvE. I guess we'll see. Isn't that the one that, yep, it's the Emma team that's having a hard time getting in, so maybe it is the APOC I need to worry about. Okay. This guy must be on a really, really, really old device. Let's reset the game. I really hate to do it, but yeah, that was just gonna take way too long. Like, I will help people, but I don't mind carrying. I got plenty of characters to do it. I don't mind you joining my alliance. I got plenty of characters for that too. To help out in things like conquest and stuff. But man, it's kind of hard when, and trust me, I know I was there. It's just recently I was able to get decent devices where I could actually play the content. And if you're on an older device, GBR is notoriously punishing to older devices. It's one of the things that I wish they would fix. I would sit back all day and just do carries on stream, just helping people get stuff. Well, not all day, but I wouldn't mind doing it. That was the one good thing about Danger Room was it got a lot of characters. It got a lot of players together. It got a lot of agents in the same spot, completing the same content simultaneously, and that was cool. Here's another guy needs a carry. Loving it. And I hope he gets a really good item. Yeah, this Macari is from the wreck. Let's see, I got a few more runs. And we'll go ahead and use the machine team. Army Ranger, huh? Well, thank you for your service. Let's get out here and wreck some shop. She didn't win by much. Oh well, yeah, she 5%, 3 million, yeah. Yep. Don't worry, we got you. See, the old ranger said he gonna ride this gravy train. Not mad at you, brother. Not mad at you at all. I know when I was doing the same thing. Oh, don't worry, I got you. With this team, I definitely got you. Yeah, this team, I definitely got you, bro. Got you on the heels. Let's go on in this. I might have one more team. Maybe two. Hit you in the head with that one. That's nasty. Slap somebody in the face with an ice cream truck. Give him a whole bunch of, what they call them things? Fudge bars and bomb pops. 3 and 4 scoops and waffle cones and you about to catch all that business. Then we got another one. This there we go. There we go. Cool beans. Sometimes they do take a little while. Might not be on Wi-Fi. Could have hit a dead zone or something. They're traveling. Ice cream truck just kills everything. I don't even know her rotation. I just like the ice cream truck. Kevin McCary. Nice. And let's see here. Who else do we got to use? Actually, how many more points do we need? It's only got one more run. Oh, cool. So we will run Bobby Drake. Yeah. I could run Gwenum, but my Gwenum isn't very strong. And one more of those characters that I really need to learn the rotation for. Because there are just so many characters. And I'm going to have to go down a list and figure that stuff out. Oh, we had another one out there. Who knew? Alrighty, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. It's been a pleasure hanging out with y'all. Catch y'all next time. And we will be having short videos going up for you guys so y'all can check out. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Hello?
Hey, I finished it. Thank you.
You're welcome, babe. I'm glad you finished it. to the channel. Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Blunderbuss at Established in 8-Bit, and I wanted to come to you guys with that sneak peek that we saw a couple of days ago. I've been working, so I wasn't able to get a video out, but just to talk to you guys a little bit about that. Right now, associated with that update, we have Green Goblin, and that's cool. Now we all know that we have Green Goblin coming with this update, and that's cool. He did have the uniform for the Dark Avengers. He also had the Ultimates uniform that made him a leadership for the Dark Avengers with the passive for the Oz formula for the Dark Avengers, and it made him decently strong, but he never got a tier 3, which I hope he gets, or at the very least an awakened skill. But that to the side, if it's a Sinister 6 update and they're saying that this isn't the only thing that's left to come, well, let's talk about the characters that may be associated around this update that we could be seeing, and it's probably a lot more than you guys think. So, in the game currently, we have Doc Ock, who needs a uniform. The 200% proc was great. He was one of the first awakened characters after the Warriors of the Sky, I believe, along with Red Skull. But this uniform is dated and needs to be upgraded. He only has 2 other uniforms. He did get the 200% proc with this, with that cool Sinister 6 awakened skill. I hope they spread that out amongst the remaining characters that's associated with that skill. We also recently got Scorpion. Now, Scorpion isn't necessarily associated with the Sinister 6, but he was part of the Insidious 6 from the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. So that could be another good addition. He's yet to receive a uniform. He's got a pretty decent kit. He's got the 5% HP heal over 2 seconds with the poison when used. So it's a little different than Brother Voodoo, Brother Voodoo, Dr. Voodoo's skill. He also has the attacking when when the effect is applied. So this buff he doesn't get. So hopefully that's something that they can fix. He also has the all attack buff. He also has a 7-hit guard. So it's a couple of things that they can do to improve on his kit. He's got the decrease all defense down, and it's a charge skill. It also has native super armor. So it's quite a few things that they can do to improve Scorpion's kit. And of course, we got Sandman. Now, Sandman has been one of those characters, like a few more characters on this list that I'm going to get into, that has just been completely forgotten about. He was the very first tier 2 character I built when I came into the game during the Ultimates fiasco shortly thereafter. But we're not going to get into that. He's got the skill damage bonus damage. He's got that horrible heal. The 2 skill is good. It does decent damage for what it's worth. He also has super armor on his 3rd skill. But this thing is ancient. It needs to be brought out of the... Yeah, there's the heal. It's kind of like Venom's heal, but it's way harder to pick those little sand, whatever that is, he drops up. So he definitely needs an upgrade, just a complete makeover. I'm talking, new rims, the mustard and the mayonnaise, the whole 9. I mean, Vogue ties, just, put a little armor all on it. Just give him a good once over, man. Just don't forget about characters like this. Next on the list, we have Mysterio, who recently got a uniform in the Far From Home update. He was an original member of the Sinister Six, but I don't know if the only thing that he needs is an Awakened skill. He is part of the Awakened skill that is part of Dr. Octopus kit. So it would be cool if he shared that with him. But this uniform did a lot for the character for the time. He's got the increased damage from the summon characters because he is a summoner. He's got the V-Pad skill with the 4-hit guard with the HP heal on the 2nd skill, which is really nice actually. Then he's got the mind damage everywhere. And he's also got a little bit of damage accumulation. Looks like it's based on, is that damage dealt? And some mind damage decrease. So he's another one that could see an update with this Sinister Six thing they got going on. He's also got decreased basic damage received by 66%. So maybe we could see something that'll throw him in PvP. If they keep that decreased damage received, it could be a thing. Now we have 2 more characters here moving along that have never been touched and have never gotten a uniform. And I'm talking about Rhino and Kraven the Hunter, both of which one was originally associated with the Sinister Six, and then one was associated with the Insidious Six from the 90s cartoon. So let's start with the Insidious Six character, Rhino. Surprisingly enough, when I was looking into his kit earlier, it's got a lot of potential. It just doesn't have the damage. Believe it or not, he's got a lot of cool things in his kit. He's got the decreased damage received from Reflect for physical Reflect characters by 100%. He's got the 70% penetration. He's got a Frenzy buff. It's only 10%, but 15%, but it's there. For as old of a character as this is, nothing on the 1, 5-hit guard on the 2, attack buff 30% for 10 seconds on a 15-second cooldown on the 3, so he can keep that up all the time. That's not shabby. He's got the stun. He's got super armor natively, and it's passive, so it's up all the time. He's got the increase all basic defense by 15%, and the decreased basic damage received by 20%. So just the fact that not necessarily the percentages, because they're so old, they would have been a lot lower, right? But the fact that he even has that in his kit, the decreased damage received and the all defense buff with the super armor, the only thing this kit was missing for something like PvP was a heal. And then he's got the 20% ignore defense on the leadership. So he's got a couple of interesting things in the kit, but just way, way too outdated and never really got touched. And so him getting an upgrade would be nice. And getting into the last 3 characters that could be associated with this Sinister Six update. And of course, most likely it's going to be the characters that we saw in the movie, because all of the outfits are inspired so far by No Way Home, right? So we had the Spider-Man uniform, now we got this, or uniforms for Spidey, and now we got the Green Goblin thing. So the last 3 characters that could be associated with this update. Actually, I don't think Kurt Connors was ever associated with the Sinister Six or the Insidious Six. I could be wrong on that. I think he was just more of a, because he was in the other movies with the Amazing Spider-Man franchise, and that gave way for them to use him in No Way Home, that he was associated with the Sinister Six. But in the comics and the 90s cartoon, I don't think he was ever associated in that way. And we also have Electro and Vulture. So let's get into the Lizard. And he's got the 25% increase active buff. So that's kind of like what we see on Rogue and Captain Marvel in a kit this old, right? Once again, the potential, right? So nothing on the 1, nothing on the 2. It's got a attack speed increase on the 3 by 13.5%. That's a weird number. And then we got a 15% increase of physical attack, and of course the poison damage, which is meh. And then he has the frenzy buff on the 5, and the increased size by 30%, with another 10% increase of all attack and 10% increase of basic attack. I don't know why they worded it twice and doubled it up. And it's no, they're both 20 seconds. And decreased basic damage received by 25% again. And then of course the heal. So it's not a lot keeping this character out of PvP other than the damage and the time that which the character was released being so out of date. And then we have Spider-Man Homecoming Vulture, and this is the only uniform that this character has ever gotten. And the uniform effect was increased basic damage to superhero factions by 25%. And if I'm not mistaken, he was one of the first characters to get that. That increased damage to a faction type. So on his passive, he has the increased guaranteed dodge by 30%, the increased guaranteed critical rate by 20%, and the skill damage bonus damage. Nothing on the 1, nothing on the 2, nothing on the 3, nothing on the 4, nothing on the 5. Ignore defense as the other passive. And meh leadership, the dodge and the crit rate, and low buffs at that. He did have a lot of iframes, and he was a Jean Grey killer for his day and timeline. Considering he didn't have a heal was an amazing thing. And it was the increased damage to superhero types. It was all in this uniform passive, but he could do work even without the uniform against Jean. But with the uniform, it was just, he was the first really decent Jean Grey counter in Timeline, when she was just terrorizing everybody. And getting into Electro here, I could have swore that Electro got a uniform, but I looked for it and couldn't find it. So maybe I'm mistaken, but I could have swore he had a throwback uniform in here, unless they took it out of the game and I missed it. So anyway, getting back into Electro here, and mine's not very well built. He's not even tier 2. He's got the lightning damage, the stun on the 1. He's got the decreased lightning damage resist by 25%. He's got the shock damage by 30% with the 5-hit guard. He's got the lightning damage, the stun, and the bind on the 3. And then the 4 is where he starts to get a little interesting. He's got the decrease all speed by 15%, deal shock damage by 30%, and then the lightning resistance down. So all defense down, lightning version by 10% stacks up to 45%, and damage accumulation. And sometimes they word it, sometimes they don't. And I think usually when they don't, it's based on damage taken, but I'm not sure. But he does have the damage accumulation nonetheless. And the frenzy buff on the 5 with the burn and the shock damage. And on his passives, he has the lightning damage increased by 15% and 70% chance to become immune to lightning damage. And then on the passive, he has increased guaranteed dodge by 20% and increased skill damage bonus damage by 30% respectively. And then the leadership, of course, applies to all Sinister 6 allies with a 40-40 buff and 10% speed. So there you have it. All of the characters that could be associated with this No Way Home Part 2 Sinister 6 update. It may be a couple of characters that you thought, a couple of characters that you didn't. Like I said, I would love to see them do something for Kraven the Hunter. Like I said, he is an original member of the Sinister Six, along with Mysterio and Vulture and Electro and the Sandman and Dr. Octopus. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all leave down in the chat, let me know what you guys think, and like, share, and subscribe to the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.